This is what electricians do, you see. Here's a pull can that's going to go on top of some conduits that have telephone, TV cable, that kind of stuff running through them between the garage and the house. So what we're doing here is making openings in the bottom of the can where the conduits will connect. So here you go. This is what electricians do. Gradually increase the size of those holes till we can get the bolt for the knockout cutter to go in there. We want to end up with a 1/2 inch hole. Give a little room for the knockout cutter to work. So now we have all the holes in the top of the can and center lines for the knockouts. Start with the 1/2 inch knockout. Hard to do with one hand. Anyway, once you get the knockout bolted in there, there's little hash marks on the side of the knockout that you line up with the centers. See, there's one right there. Can you see that? Don't know if you can see that or not. Anyway, you line that up. You line those up with the crosshairs, and then you punch the hole. Hang on a second, I'll show you how. Alright, so now that we got the knockout centered, we're just going to turn the bolt, and it's going to pull the die through the metal. And I'm not going to throw that away. Now, if I were using 1/2 inch conduit, that I'd have a 1/2 inch knockout. I'm not using a 1/2 inch conduit, I'm using 1.25 and 1 inch. So, that's 1.25 knockout. So you put that together, you sandwich the sheet metal in between this, and when you turn the bolt, it pulls the die through and it makes the size hole you want. See, this has the hash marks on it too, to line up with the crosshair. I'll set up and show you that too. Bye. Okay, so as you can see now, I got them all punched out for 1/2 inch knockout, which is a size that's big enough to allow the bolt that you use for the bigger knockouts to go through the hole and have enough movement so that you can line it up perfectly with the center on the knockout. So these two you see are 1.25 inches. The next three are 1 inch. Okay? There's the 1.25 inch knockout. That's a 1 inch knockout. So I'm going to punch those next. There you go. If everything is copacetic, and I can go over there and it ought to fit right over the top of the conduits as they come out of the concrete. Anyway, that's what we got. The two bigger ones, the 2.25 inch ones, go across underneath the slab from one wall of the building to the other wall where the service comes in. The 3 1-inch conduits, the smaller ones, leave the garage and go to the house. So this is just a junction point in the middle, so that it's not such a long run. You can split it in the middle, you can splice if you have to, all that good stuff. Anyway, this will go under the window and under the workbench over on that side of the garage. I'll show you where they go when I install it. Bye. Okay, it's the next day, it's Sunday. Just wanted to show you, this is what these cans look like once the knockouts are placed in the right, in the exact position they need to be, and the cans are installed over the top of the conduits. The conduits are cut off, and the adapters, that's called a male adapter, is glued on the end of the conduit, which gives you a thread for the lock nut that goes, the metal piece you see there, the lock nut that goes on those threads, attaches the conduit to the can. The strings are for pulling your wire in, your conductors in. If the string's not strong enough, you pull a rope or something in with the string and then attach the conductors to that and pull your conductors in. Now these two, the 2-inch, are power, and they go, the one on the left goes to the house, the one on the right goes over here to the service, where there will be a breaker in that panel that feeds the house. So it goes down under the slab, comes up in that can you were just looking at. From the can it goes back down and across part of the yard to the house. The other conduits show up right there. You see the two smaller ones on the left. Those go in the last can I just installed. The two conduits on the right hand side of this panel are those two you were just looking at. You notice they're a little bigger. And the 3 on the left go back to different points in the house. Anyway, so much for the cans. About to put the cover on so nothing goes down the conduits. And those are ready until it's time to pull wire. See you later. Bye.